Okay, so that's that. Let's also see if Johnson Brown can hop in here.
He was just active
Actually, yeah,
on
let's let
my.
him know this time before he like messages us 30 minutes in and be like, yo, what's up?
He
Let me
was
just
active on my Discord, so
let me put in Johnson.
Yo, message him.
All right, let me just copy it. Okay.
No, I mean Buns. I mean, if he's active on your Discord, then
my
remote.
no, my Twitch.
Tell him to tattle over yonder into our Discord.
Yeah.
My Twitch, and that's a completely different ballgame.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not too much.
No.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing all right. We're just gonna review Gigguk, so that's a little bit different from last week. Last week we reviewed Akidira's 2, had an anime review that said this anime scares me, and then it shows like a bunch of black characters. How does that make you feel as an African
I
American?
honestly don't remember that.
Thanks to the ease
Hey,
of
Well, I
accessibility,
basketball
try
America.
almost
to,
every new
as a
anime nowadays is being
successful
watched by someone somewhere.
Black
And even if
American businessman, I try to avoid other black people at all costs.
Okay,
Even the
so
Holocaust.
what are we looking for here? He stole the waifu tier thing from Tier Zoo. Is that what he's doing here? Hold on, let me just look for. Hold on.
What are you talking about?
What is the thing you wanted to look for? Ero manga.
Manga Sensei, modern masterpiece.
Is that two? How did he spell that? It's not. He's not even coming up.
Oh
Yeah, it looks like your video doesn't exist, bro. I guess we're gonna have to pick a different one.
no, it does. Just search modern masterpiece. Arrow man.
Okay, let's look at there.
Just search on
Modern
the search bar.
masterpiece.
Here, let me paste here in the message.
Okay, so modern masterpiece reaction. This is Pixel Party Pals. Um, yeah. Okay, so we have to sign in to confirm age. Yeah. Great.
You want me to go sign into mine?
Hold on a second. We're just gonna go with.
That's right. That's right. We do have an account, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I just have to look up what the password is because I don't have this memorized.
What the fuck are we struggling at right here?
We have to log in to confirm
Don't
our
worry about it.
age because of
Are you
Google.
Yeah.
serious?
Yes, I am serious.
Do you
And,
need
let's
to
make sure
provide
we're
your
all over
license?
18 here before we watch this explicit
Okay,
material.
everybody, be over 18 if you're watching this stream, or if you're not, you have to go away until you are 18, and then you can come back and watch this stream.
No,
Are
no,
you
no.
shitting me? Oh, what is the? Oh, this is like just.
We have a phone.
This is just like layers upon layers of bullshit that we have to deal with here.
It says they're having intermittent issues that make Rabbit a little less great.
Yes, intermittent
Okay,
issues.
good. We're in.
Thank you, King Silo, for doing that shit. Thank you.
Sounds like we need to make Rabbit
Oh,
great again.
all right. We're watching this stuff.
Okay, so this is.
I'm going to jail!
occasionally
Okay.
we are blessed with a show which upsets the natural
Alright.
order of things, and oftentimes can change the way we view entire genres or media.
Okay, so it's
the
like.
original Mobile Suit Gundam revolutionized the way we saw
Okay,
mechas,
that's cool.
grounding it in a commentary of war and politics. Akira opened up the door to international acclaim.
Alright, so he's
pushing the
basically just
limits of
doing
what
like
animation
a
can do,
rundown on like all the
spans
different types of anime that exists, right?
to the lowest
And
common
then now he's
denominator.
talking
But
about.
the more I watched, the more I came to the realization that Eromanga Sensei is a true masterpiece of our time. Now, understandably, you may be skeptical
No,
of
no,
words
it's-
like
it's part of the
masterpiece being
sarcasm.
thrown around a lot these days, but I assure you, those
Okay.
of us who understand can attest to everything that this show has been able to
I mean,
achieve.
like I would watch the anime that he's talking about, but I don't know if I would
Eromanga
watch him
Sensei is the
talking about
latest
the anime
addition
that
to
he's
the
talking about,
glorious
though.
Emoto genre, which has seen a huge surge within anime in recent years, along with genres like the isekai genre, the
Is that
slice
not
of
a-
life
what
genre,
anime
and the
we were
dear
done?
god, just please kill it with fire genre. For those of you unaware,
Okay,
Emoto is a
so-
Japanese name given to the little
All right. Okay. Okay. So he's giving
His
like a
latest
weeb one.
work aims
Is
to
it? This
push
is
the
the stuff
boundary
like. All right. So
even
remember
further
last time
on
I
his
was talking
eternal
about
mission
like
to
how like
alienate
we would have
every
like a
sibling
space
pair
camp,
on
but instead it
Earth
would
and
be like
possibly the entire
it would be like a
cosmos.
soft
This
isekai
time,
camp
it
for
focuses
for
on a
weeaboos
young
to go
light
over the
novel
summer,
author who discovers
and
his
they would
short-term
have
little
all these like
sister
camp
was the
activities,
famous
like they'd have
erotic
sports and stuff
illustrator
like that, and they
Eromanga
also like it would
Sensei,
just
who
be
has
like
been drawing
anime
the
themes, and
illustrations
then
for him
you
this
came up with the
entire
counter
time.
example
And thus we follow our
of
daily
like
adventures as our lead
one of
meets
those
a
like
bunch of other
camps that
ambitious
like
girls who
Sleepaway
vie for
camp.
his attention
yeah,
against
yeah,
his
yeah.
not
So
related
like
by
basically
blood
your
little
version of the
sister.
camp is like they force these like kids who are sent there
Now
by
you
their
may be
parents
asking yourself,
to
how can such a
go to the
series be
mall
considered
and
a
talk to people
masterpiece? I mean,
and
it
play
just sounds like
sports,
another
and then
super trashy show.
all of the
This is a common
TVs can only
misconception, as
access like
Eromanga Sensei
ESPN or
isn't
various
just a
sports
trashy
channels
show.
or
High School
news
DxD
or something
is a
like that.
trashy show.
Like
Isn't
Work
that? Don't
of
they do that in
art.
like
Not
those
all
Pray the
heroes
Gay
wear
Away
capes,
camps?
and
yeah,
not
but this
all
is like
art
for like
belongs
to
in a gallery. But
de-weeb
if a urinal can be
people
tastefully
instead.
presented as an
De-weeb.
art piece, then we
Yeah.
must ask.
So like there's
Why
like
can't
no
we do
no
the
anime
same
allowed.
with a
Like
lolly
the only
saying,
books that are
"I
there
love a
are
dick"?
like
But of
things that are
course,
like
not all art can be
they don't even allow
appreciated by
Harry Potter
everyone,
books
which
because
is why to
Harry Potter
understand
is
the full extent of
basically
this
like a
masterpiece,
soft
one needs
isekai
to fully
anime,
accept
so
who they
that's
really
like
are. In Buddhism, it is
that's
said
not
that
even
the
gonna be
root of
allowed.
all suffering is
No Harry
attachment.
Potter.
And Eromanga Sensei has a similar
Probably a
mantra
good call.
about it.
Yeah,
For you see, it
and
is
like
this
they're
attachment
forced
you
to
must
like
first
go
sever
to the
yourself
mall
from
and like
before
have
you will be
normal
ready.
social interactions
Appreciation
with
can only
people.
be achieved once you let
And-
go of
Yeah,
self-
and you have to make them take off their cat
self-esteem,
ears
shame,
and stop
human
communicating
decency,
via Ubu.
dignity, and any chance.
I think
of your
like
parents looking at
I
you
think
with
they just
pride.
like straight
You
up
must
just have to get the
dedicate
paddle,
years of
like
your life
like from that
enveloped in the
weeaboo
world
comic,
of anime,
and then
and
like
I'm not talking
yeah, they
about
have like a
good,
paddle, like
well-written
a
shows.
corporal
Fan
punishment
service,
paddling system.
glorious jiggling tits,
that's-
uncomfortable fetishes, adorable anime girls.
The
becoming
problem with that
one
is some of
with
them
the
would enjoy
idea
it.
of panty shots.
Okay,
Throw
well,
yourself
that's why you
off
have
the
to
deep
electrify
end
it.
with no safety
Yeah.
net to catch you, as only one
Yo,
That's
I
messed
think
up.
we
dedicated
need
to this
some. I
lifestyle
think we
will
need
you
some.
reach
Is
true
Gabe
enlightenment
online?
and
Let's
come
see if
to the
Gabraham Sandwich
realization
can
of
join
the
in,
one
because
undeniable truth in
Alright,
this world.
alright. I don't want you guys to
Anime
miss the
is
sarcasm
trash.
that is. Alright, just watch the video right
So
right
am
the fuck
I.
now.
You see, to fully
Okay, I'm watching the
comprehend
video.
trash, you must
Some
first
sarcasm.
become
Okay, did you see
and
the
once
text
you
that
have
was on
reached
the
this
screen?
No, I
higher
missed
plane
it.
of degeneracy, where you begin to
Just
realize the
rewind back like
miracle that
15
has
seconds.
befallen us here.
Oh,
Because
really? Okay,
this is
hold on a
beyond
second.
what
Okay,
everyone
no, like
thinks
10
it is.
seconds.
It's
Okay,
not
like
really
5.
an incest show because they
Like 5.
see
Like
where you begin to realize the
okay,
miracle that
5 more.
come it. And once you have reached this higher plane of
Go back, like,
degeneracy,
15
where you begin to realize the miracle that has
Like
befallen us
the
here.
entire
Because
alright,
this is
if we
beyond
could
what
skip
everyone thinks
this
it is.
entire
It's not really an
episode,
incest
just
show
watch
because
these
they aren't
15
related
seconds.
by blood.
So
That makes
let's
it
skip this
totally
this
acceptable. And
video.
you see, it's not this weird
I
sexualization
mean,
of
I
12
don't want to. I'm just saying,
lollies
if we're gonna
because they're
like scroll
just
through it,
anime characters that don't
like
even
this
exist.
is representative of
Somehow the show manages to keep
Gigguk's
topping itself
channel
every week, which is a
is
testament
his
to how
sarcasm in,
revolutionary it is. Every episode you go in thinking, there's no way this show can go any lower.
and what
then
he
against
says. Wait,
all
did we just
odds,
miss it?
What?
does. See, while other shows may say panty shot fan service, Eromanga has
okay.
the guts to say
So-
Moe lolly incest
Alright.
siscon bondage panty
Wh-
shot
wh-
fan service with a dash of Ochin
so,
Chin. If there
is
was
this
a
like
single
too edgy
flaw in
for
the
him? Is
show,
that what it is?
would
Is that why
be
he's being super
probably
sarcastic
with
about
the
it?
title. Eromanga
He's like-
Sensei is short,
This was
relevant,
like,
and to the
this
point,
was
but
something
with
that was
only
too
2
edgy for
words,
him.
I think there is vast
And,
room
like,
for improvement, as this is nowhere
if you
near
went back
the
to like
recommended word count for a standard
2007
light
even,
novel
like not
title.
even like
Some more suitable
like,
examples could have
before
No,
followed. My
that's-
little
like-
sister can't be this cute, but this
I don't
time
know,
she
man.
draws
I
the lead art and is
he
12.
sounds like the kind of
Surely
guy
there's
who
no
would like
possible way
he'd
we
go
can
back
make
to
this go trashier
2007
next
and
week,
then
right?
like
Or
like
my
imagine if
personal
you like
favorite.
you
Fuck
took
it.
Tumblr
I
and
was
then
already
sent
going
them
to
to like
hell.
2007
This is not mentioning one
internet.
of the greatest
That, like, I
opening
feel like
and
that's
ending
kinda,
sequences
like,
to
what would
ever
happen.
grace the world of anime. And no, it's not because of this expertly drawn calf muscle,
Yeah,
but of
but
course
he's
the
saying,
saggery
yeah,
dance.
he's saying
Previous
how
anime dances may have spread through this community
how
through
trashy
flashy,
it is,
well-animated
and it
anime
appeals to
dance,
basically
but
worse than
Eromanga
anime.
to make
Sensei
comments
asks, why do you need to put all that
about
effort in when you
how
can just wave your arms
bad
around
the
like some
anime
kawaii
is.
twat? Oh, you
Okay.
know,
By
it's whatever. Maybe I'm
pretending to
overstating
be
it.
that
I
it
mean,
is
it's
a
just a cute
masterpiece
girl waving her
to
arms
be
around
held
at the end of the
against
day, right?
such
It's
things
not like I could watch
as
this on repeat for
Evangelion
hours
Neon
or something, you know,
Genesis,
it's
Oh,
not,
okay.
it's not
or
that addicting.
even
I don't have a
perhaps
problem.
something highbrow. He is using that while using the same vocabulary you would associate with those things. He
Just
is
don't
bringing it
understand. Yet somehow,
down
against
to ground
all odds, the show has somehow
level.
All right.
managed to
So this
dodge
guy is
best
basically
really
the
girl,
Ernest
enjoy it.
Hemingway
we
of
all have a
anime
mutual
reviewers.
understanding
Like
of whoever we
he's
choose as best
he's Ernest
girl,
Hemingway. The
we
hills
are
look like
all
white
losers
elephants.
anyway.
That's
I mean,
totally
we all
what this
know
is
that
right here.
Sagri is
The
going
hills
to
look
win,
like white
so
elephants.
what's the point of
You guys know
resisting
about that
when
shit,
we
right?
already have
The
someone
short story
top
by
tier?
Ernest
Okay.
Hemingway.
Maybe you're someone who thinks someone like Amelia.
No,
is
I'm
a
not.
good
I'm not
waifu.
educated.
And if you
Okay,
do
well,
that,
No, I actually haven't done it.
fine.
I've had to
the
like
highest
study
respect
this
for garbage
fucking
men and the
essay
work that they
like
do. But you have
4
to ask
times in like
yourself,
high
is
school,
she a
college,
socially
blah blah
awkward
blah. Like
emoto
it
lolly
is a
who
piece of
draws
shit,
rude pictures, steals
basically.
panties,
But
and permanently
it's
sounds
very,
like
very like
ASMR?
it's very,
If the
very
answer is
highbrow.
no, then that
and
might be a sign
it's
for
very,
some
very,
self-reflection. You'd think
like,
it ends here.
basically
but
it has a
goes
Wikipedia
even
page
deeper,
where
as episode 8
it's completely
blows
up its own
everything
shit,
out the water.
and
See, with a
it's
scene
like
in this
se-
episode, we
and
get
it's
a
all
shot
these
of
people
Kuroneko,
talking about
confirming
shit
that the
about
show indeed
it and
takes
how it's
place in the
important
same
and all that
universe as
stuff. And it's like,
Orino. But we can
yeah,
also
but
confirm
it's
that
boring.
both Mahoka and Sword Art Online exist in some form, also through references. The implications of which are massive.
so
as this
that's
could
So
like
be
does he
the
cover
good
Yuji
idea.
beginning of a
Seki, or is that too
franchise
edgy
to
for him?
rival
Because like this is
Marvel
already like
itself.
for him, this is like
Sagari,
crossing the line.
Kirino,
So
Miyuki,
is
and
Yujo Senki
Sugu
like
could
not
join
even like
together to create the
his
world's
radar
first Emoto
I don't
cinematic
know if
universe.
he's
We're getting the
revealed that, but this
ICU,
is basically
baby.
the
It's
video
ultimate
that
appreciation of things only the
representative
Japanese
of,
can
I
do.
would say,
The
Gigguk's
Japanese are
style of
absolute
reviews. He's
experts at
sarcastic.
creating these
He
literary versions you
he's
didn't know you needed
to me he's
to explore.
honest.
Go
If he
read
watches
White
trash, he
Fairy,
says
like
it's
me.
trash,
I didn't know
even though he
originally
likes to
Butter
trash.
would be something
So his whole
like
joke here is
that.
basically like Eren Manga says he's dumpster fire and trash anime, and the whole line that we just missed over is anime is trash,
Okay.
and so am I.
All right,
I
great.
saw that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
And
I
he
didn't-
sells a T-shirt that says anime is trash, and so am I.
so he's basically saying like, oh, like this series is like totally not a good series, but I'm not, but I watched the whole entire fucking thing because
Because
it's
he
Yeah,
so
understands exactly the kind of garbage that is anime and its viewers. Brilliant.
AKA himself. Okay, great, awesome. I mean, at least he's self-aware. That's a good thing.
In short, Error Manga Sensei is a masterpiece. A show we only get
You
to
see, that's what made me like him. I'm gonna be that one guy who would like support, who tries my hardest not to trash on this guy.
It's a show that reaches
I
new
mean-
heights of degeneracy. Trash that transcends the
Yo,
idea
we have
of
like
trash, and
we had
something
like
that can
2
only
people
be
come into the
admired by
rabbit
those
stream. Did you guys see that?
warriors
Yeah,
who
I
Yeah.
saw that. We have
Do
who's
we-
this guy?
Do they hear us? Do we hear us?
I
don't know if
think
they hear
I think this is Johnson is in here.
Yeah, it's just us. Yeah.
And then P just joined. I don't think this is the guy from okay, part 5. All right, cool. Cool.
What's up, P?
Haven't been able to get into the rabbit room yet.
Really? Oh. Are
Oh,
you
it's making you
Blackie
do a
Pueblo?
countdown?
What's that?
Are you Blackie Pueblo?
No, no.
Okay.
Probably a cousin.
It's not suitable
Yo,
for
what's,
everyone.
what's up, Blackie Pueblo?
I don't think he can hear us unless he's watching the stream. But yeah, that was a
I'll
video.
rep the stream.
Summer Anime 2018 in a nutshell. What was going on 2018? What was?
I was probably
This show
jerking
is
off.
Sponsored by Knights Chronicle. Knights Chronicle is an anime-inspired RPG available on the iOS and Android. Yes, it's a mobile game.
Yo,
I mean,
Time
Play it while
Blues.
sitting.
What's up?
I think the only like reviewer that I
Hey guys,
kind of
welcome
enjoyed
to
watching
Another
was that guy
Amazing
Fat
Anime
Man
in a
Falling,
Nutshell.
who
This is
reviewed
your first
the
time here, we're gonna be
Ruby
watching summer anime.
series.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be
Mhm.
hype. Every new
I don't
season
know.
will come in with high hopes.
Well,
Mainly
what do
because-
you think of? Mhm.
I didn't watch Ruby, so I guess it's more like
Hey guys,
it's like
welcome to
not
Summer
something I want to
2018
watch.
Anime in
So
a Nutshell. This is your first
it's like
time
it's
here.
it's good to get like a rundown where like he just kind of summarizes the whole plot.
Just get out.
This- This guy, he's not summarizing the plot though. I guess he's like not giving spoilers. Is that the thing?
Yeah, yeah. I would say trying not to, but also he's only giving like the impressionistic review of each, not so much like the plot itself. He'll give you the synopsis, but he won't spoil. As far as the ones I've watched.
Okay. All
What
right.
is this? Shitty Donnie Darko?
So
FBI
this is
registry
like
edition.
a
Look, I'm
12-minute
also
long
setting up a
video.
time
I
travel
don't
history,
see
but
why.
and boys, it's actual Yuri on land.
It
So this
seems that
seems
it
like
might
some cute
be
girls doing
more
ballet or
efficient to
performing
just like
dance
read
moves on
the
a Yuri base. I
Wikipedia
don't know,
summary
it looks nice, but it seems pretty
than,
standard.
you know what I mean? If you just want to get like the gist of what it's about or something like that. I don't know.
I think he provides a valuable service.
Okay.
Will Wikipedia admit that Wikipedia is trash, like he does?
I
Um,
think that he is very much filling in a void that Demo Chocolate and Demolition D. I mean, they're both the same user, but
wait, what?
I think that he's filling in a void that has been left by a very consistent reviewer who has now just consisted of video game streams, kind of left a vacuum in. I'll be honest, this is the first reviewer where I very much feel like I would get fully invested in his content.
Most parents always talk
Oh,
about how proud
really?
they are of their
Okay.
children, but in some
Really?
instances,
Would
that's
you?
not the case.
Because I like him. This is why I
I
recommend him.
very much enjoy what I'm seeing here. His review content is exactly what I'm looking for.
All right. So what is you looking for in this review content?
Self-awareness,
Okay, that's
um,
one.
understanding, and an overall conceptual grasp of what anime is overall. And a lot of reviewers that we've talked about lack that.
Well, they don't know what anime is.
I mean, they're
It's like
not
they're all
willing to
Sean. They're all
embrace.
Sean, and they don't
They're
know.
not willing to embrace the overall lewd and stupidity that is the modern day anime release schedule.
Okay.
And I guarantee you, you compare this exact video that we're viewing right now with anything Demolition D put out in terms of
Wait, who is Demolition D?
summer. He is another reviewer that I used to love. If you took any of his quote unquote Year X anime reviews, it would be exactly like this. And that is why I enjoy it. It fills in a gap that has been left.
The guy just like stopped making content. Is that what it was? Like,
He switched to Twitch
Oh,
video
okay.
game streams.
Do Japanese actually play tennis?
yeah, they do. Why?
I don't know. Just
Basically, like every sport is played in every country that is like a modernized country. So,
except for football.
Yeah, they play football there too. They just call it American football.
They play football.
Yeah, basically any country that's not America calls it American football, and then like they call soccer football.
Now, some of you may look at this show about
So,
the gamer,
yeah.
It's good.
space in this game,
They got like, yeah, American football is like the real football, I guess. And in order to get the rest of the world to acknowledge it, I think America has to win the World Cup.
This one has a girl named Ram. Nope.
But I think they have to like win like the real World Cup,
Well,
like
World War
not
III.
not the
Well, I mean, we made the first nukes and we landed on the moon. I think that should be enough.
yeah, I guess that like that let us name the moon, but that was basically it. You know,
Okay,
it's-
many of you may be thinking, how can you even be original in the isekai genre anymore? When
I mean,
every IP
this
has been
kind of
done?
reminds me
But
of those
Master of Ragnarok
those
is
meme
legend, right?
images
So
where it's
shows
like
us
they
these
take like the
incorporated
cover
design
art of
ideas
like
that
each
we just
anime
haven't
and then
seen
like they
before
put
in
it
the genre.
next to the
Because,
title and it's
yeah,
just
it's
one
an isekai.
JPEG of all the stuff that was released in the season that they're talking about.
Yet
And
this
I
time,
guess it's like
the
kind of
protagonist
like a
has a smartphone.
I don't know if it's divided up into genre or if it's
A
divided up into
smartphone.
like
Yeah,
a tier list of some
something,
kind. I'm not
sexy
sure.
men, something, 3 seasons, a movie, and still no nipples. Something, keep it in your pants, girls. But
Yeah, that is
shouldn't
odd. Why
yet be
don't the men
to
have
look this
nipples?
good. I mean, this is just
Huh?
setting
Oh,
unrealistic
in
yeah.
anime.
It's not. Don't worry about it. It's not important.
Why can't you look as beautiful?
歩夢ちゃんは筋肉だとどの部位が好きなの？いや、私筋肉はちょっと。
Girl, you're in the wrong show. But Free ain't the only show about diving this season, as we also have Grand Blue.
What?
which is definitely a show about diving and not people getting shit-faced.
Okay, that's
no
good.
judgments here.
All
I
right,
mean, this was
so
genuinely funny, and I think it was about time Japan embraced the
you
fact
said that
boys
this
want
guy
to
likes
start
it when
some
different
comedy
characters in the
now,
background are
there is a
doing
lot of
things that are
next gen
different.
here. I know we have to impress
Yeah,
but when
that's
are
the
we
one.
gonna get some good
Okay.
In one
old-fashioned
of his reviews, he mentions that he mentions that a lot. He mentions that having characters moving in the background and not having copy and paste
Well,
characters
we've
is
done
a
it,
plus
guys.
in anime.
Finally made a
Okay.
waifu out of our
And that's what made me like him.
Congratulations.
Is that gonna like even though it like drives the price of production
I mean,
up,
all this time
that's
we were
it,
searching
it's
for
worth
Best
it
Girl
in
when
his
she was
opinion
in us
to
all along. We
you know
bleed
increase
Best
the
Girl. We donate Best Girl.
price of production
Best Girl gives us
and
AIDS. Hey, I just wanted to
therefore
say,
like you know
you look really cute today.
potentially like cutting off like
What?
another
What are you
anime
talking to
at
you?
like
I was
12
talking to
episodes
your
when it could have gone like a
tampon.
full
Look,
season
I know
instead.
this is meant to be a fun edutainment show about the inner
Yeah,
workings
I
of
don't know if
but I just
that
can't with this
happened
show.
to the
No
anime
matter what questions I start
that he
with,
was
I need
referring
answers.
to, but
Second best.
unfortunately,
No, not
that's
not
it.
that
Well,
anime.
it's
I'm saying like
defeatable, but
other
there's a reason in
animes
society we don't
produced
start
by that
supporting
studio
construction
because
work.
like
The
you
fuck
know
you can't
studios
learn?
produce
What's the
multiple animes, so then
mitochondria do?
like
Is that like a
you
drug
have
for the cell
one
or
of
something? When we get to
getting dubbed.
stun
Like
episodes,
let's say
are they just gonna
let's
be
say it's like
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Konami, right? Like you
You
got
wake
Hideo
up the blood.
Kojima
How
like sucking up all the
what is
money
happening?
for
You know
Metal
where
Gear
this
Solid
video
5,
leads.
and then
Are we
like any
finally
other
gonna
games
get
that are
the
being
one
developed
and
by
only
Konami just
waifu this
like
community
gets
truly
shit
deserves?
funding because of it. You know what I mean?
Cancer-chan. Hey, look, it's Attack on Titan season
Yeah,
3.
but also at the same time,
Yay!
consider the fact that I'm a short-sighted fuck and only care if the protection value won't
Still
use
hyped over this. I mean,
What
still
if they
fine.
only came out with the foreground and then they released the background later as a DLC?
This is getting you hyped,
I
right?
Um,
would buy the shit out of it.
I think that's what they were doing with Metal Gear Solid 5, isn't it?
You're hyped, right?
I think they for I think that's what they're planning, and then they
No,
forgot
they
to
did it.
release
They
the
did it in reverse.
DLCs.
They released Ground Zeroes, which was basically like the trailer or like the demo for Metal Gear Solid 2
Look,
when they
it's
released it
simple
for
here.
free. But
Most
they
people
released
don't
that
understand
as
that
like
if
a
you're being chased by an edgy
pre-DLC
serial killer, in
for
order to
before the
combat
main
Edge,
game.
you must first become Edge. And I think
I
this
mean,
first episode
I
title
will
really
say
captures the
this
spirit of
as
that.
well as
And
the
this is
Anime Man
exactly what I
both
needed after
do
tickling
a
my palate.
decent
Just
job
a
of like
nice
showing
double
a
slice
bunch
of
of
life with
different
a
animes that
well
like you
taken
could
care of
add to
love.
your
And
like okay, I'll
just
check
like some
this out
cool
later
main
list.
character
Like
like
it
this. I mean,
lists
she's young, but she's
for
trying
me, it's
really hard
useful
to
in
be
that it lists
responsible.
several
And I like
anime
her design
titles
as
that you
well
could
because
just
I
like
think
look
she's
up later
cute with
on.
the pink hair and oh god, she's fucking insane, isn't she?
Because I don't know. I
Take
guess you
care.
could just look it up, but it's this is like what you would find if you looked it up. But
Oh, hey,
again,
look,
for
it's
me, a static
Diet
list would be
Nichijou.
more
Oh, hey,
efficient than a
look, it's
video.
Diet Yu-Gi-Oh!
So
Here. Oh, hey, look, it's Diet every idol show that's ever existed. And now
Yeah,
I
but
wish I was back
in
at
this
Angels
day,
of Death
not
again.
many people read,
CGI,
so they
mecha,
have to make everything into
furry.
videos.
I
but
like
he
the
has
pretty
words all over the
colors of
Not
video.
video,
really.
which
Most people don't
completely then,
understand that when humanity is
for
under attack,
your
all hope
argument,
is lost.
defeats it
In
because
order
he
to
has
conquer
words
bad
all over his
safely,
videos.
you must
He
first
had
Well,
like
become
it's
bad safely.
millennials
Right,
can
I'm not
read
even going to
word
pretend
text
I knew what was
in
going on,
video
but
form. It's just if
he
it's
said
static,
kill
they
me
can't see it.
now,
I've heard some
and
good things about
I
the
just
Colossus,
might
so I will
oblige
stay on,
him
but at least it was nice enough
because
to let us know it was a wild
he
ride
reviews
from the
animes
get-go, instead of
and
just
we have
slapping
to
our face
remove
down
anime
instead.
reviewers. That's my conclusion right here. You know what? Fuck the de-weeping camp. I think we need to have like a de-reviewing camp. Like people who do reviews of animes and shit like that. We will send them to the camp, and then people who review anime reviewers will be like the camp counselors who make them
We have a
go to the mall
fucking
and talk to
doorbell,
people.
you know. I don't know
Yeah,
why
we'll make them watch
shows
real
with the
life,
title
like
Banana
real
Fish.
life action shows with
Sure,
real
it
actors
wasn't
and
like a
actresses
stylish old
Yeah,
school
and like
over this anime
we'll teach
bullshit.
but it was
teach
immediately
them
great
how to
slapstick
drive,
visual design
and
surrounded
we'll also
action
teach them
direction.
like
It feels less like
how to
anime
make
and
their
more like
bed
an
and
80s
like
action
how to cook
thriller.
and stuff.
Probably
It's
because
like
that was when the
I
source
don't know, maybe
material
we'll
was
get
written.
like Jordan
How to
Peterson
make
as
their
like
bed.
as like a guest
The
speaker
protagonist is so
for our
sexy, everyone
how
seems
to
to be out for his
you
Even the
know
villains are like,
not be a weeaboo degenerate.
Well, for the reviewers, you have to use negative reinforcement to train them
if I were
not to
to leave
give
a
their
blind
opinion on
recommendation
anything.
based on the first
So
few
they'll have
episodes,
different
this
tests,
would be
like they'll
it.
be
I
given
mean, it's
food and
good
then they'll be
action.
asked, "How
Plus,
is
it
it?"
doesn't
And
feel
if
like a
they
cookie cutter anime trope,
reply to
and it
that
gives
at
some
all, they
yaoi
get
for you
tasered.
Fujos out there.
No,
Yep, I
getting
don't know
tasered
about
is a
you, but I
punishment. A
think the
negative
summer
reinforcement
season
would be
has
that you
finally
taser them
landed.
until they decide to not give their until they stop the you would have to tase them until they do the preferred action, which would in this case be not give their opinion. But the thing is, giving their opinion is the action, so it's a little bit difficult to set it up as a negative reinforcement type thing over there. Although
limited edition for those of you who still
I don't know, man. I mean, like so far, I'm like rating this guy a 7 still, like on the scale of them.
See my other seasonal stuff, then click on this
Oh,
I'd rate him
his full
higher,
name is
but
Gigguk.
he's
There's a Z at the end of AZ Gigguk.
I've been Gigguk, and I will see you all.
yeah,
Oh,
but he
that's another
doesn't look
channel.
fully Asian to me,
What
and
do
that
you see?
knocks him down like 5 points.
Oh, okay.
I'll be honest. I don't feel fully verified in giving this kind of review for someone.
What do you mean verified? What does that mean?
None,
doesn't-
none of us are. None of us are. I think he meant
But-
like we're not fully qualified.
I think this guy is the one.
He's the winner.
I think he is, in fact, the standard that I aspire to. I mean, I'll be honest, dude. I've been rolling out here, bowl of popcorn in hand, enjoying his content fully. I think understanding the genre is exactly what I'm looking for. And I give him a 9 out of 10. I think that some improvement can be made on the ADHD editing, but other than that, I'm happy. I'm
Holy
fully
shit, dude.
satisfied with this guy.
Holy shit, dude! What a change from last episode where you're like just trashing over everyone. Damn, I'm glad you like this. Watch the one that's called Food in Anime. He reviews how good food looks in anime.
Actually, that sounds pretty
Before or
good.
after it's eaten.
Let's go check that out. That actually sounds like
Yes.
a good. Hold on a second. How do we go back to this thing?
Also, in addition to that, while food is being eaten, it's slightly
Hold on a second. Gigguk eating food. Oh, come on.
no. That's not the name of the video. The name of the video is Food in Anime.
Okay, so it's no eating food. Just here. It's the first one here.
You know what's not being reviewed?
What's not being
Um,
reviewed?
People don't review food after it's been eaten.
Oh, okay.
So you don't know how it's going to end up, like what the end result is going to be.
Okay.
Are you saying like review the food after you've like eaten it off the plate and you have an empty plate, or like when you shit it out in the toilet and
Well, when you shit it out, because you got to know like what kind of shit different food makes and how healthy it is. There are doctors that can look at it and give it a rating.
yeah.
What the fuck is this? Putting it in ramen. Okay, that's pretty funny. All right, that was pretty good. No, okay, so I get what you're saying. Like, that was a good joke that he made there, where he took all these like pictures of like women and then threw them in a bowl of food.
It's more than just that.
No, that's it. It's
He's
just
got
Do you
a
think
lot
do you
of-
think he's into vor?
He's got
I don't think he's into
He's
vor. I
got
think
a
he's
lot
into
of
food.
minor details that I really appreciate. The background music being vaporwave from
Oh, I turned the
can't
volume
remember
down
the
so I
name
can't
of
hear
it.
the background music.
He's got quite a lot of effort put into these videos, and it really makes me, as a non-weeb, go, yeah, you're right, this is fucking stupid, and I appreciate that.
Okay.
Because
His videos are definitely of higher production. His videos are definitely of higher production value
Okay.
than
This
the
is, like,
ones
a
that
little
we've seen.
bit yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying that these people are bad at making videos, but
He's got some big chompers though. Look at that gap.
I mean, you could just get like Invisalign and it straightens it right out over several months. I used it too. It was pretty good. Use promo code. Yeah, we gotta contact Invisalign to get to get sponsored, so that we could throw out promo codes.
To get him sponsored.
No, get us sponsored because I actually used it. And, my teeth
Oh,
got straightened
okay.
out. Yeah.
I thought you wanted to like get him sponsored without him knowing. He just starts getting Invisalign shipped to his house.
I wonder if we could get people shadow sponsored. You know, like they're sponsored like on behalf like of someone else on their behalf sponsors them, and then
And then we take a cut, right?
yeah, we take a cut, you know, but it's like, but they don't know that it's happening, so it's like it's like shadow banning, but instead it's shadow sponsored, where like they get monetized without knowing it, and then we take the money.
And then they have to use the product.
So is he shitting on Sword Art Online at some point? Because that's that's like the default, I think. Like I think like if you want to be an anime reviewer, you have to say that Sword Art Online is bad and that Kirito is the worst character ever made. But
Yeah,
he's talking about the
that's like-
food. I think he just straight up, like in this video at least, didn't really talk about the characters. He just kind of just talked about the food.
In this video, the food is the character.
That's why it's 4.
And I'm not even mad. But
So, he's into Vor. Let's... You know
Whoa.
what? I really want to get Null on one of these streams, but for some reason he's never online when we're doing this. Okay, this is like the second anime that I've heard of that's about food. The first actual food anime that I've encountered was it's like something called like Master Cooking Boy or something like that, where it's like some guy who's just really good at cooking. And
I learned from anime that you make a cat's paw or you chop your digits off.
okay,
What is a cat's paw?
it's something that you make so that you don't chop your digits off.
It's like when you're holding the thing that you need to be cutting, you have to like make the cat's paw or else you'll chop your fingers off.
Dude, you know, I thought you were saying like you have to make a dish called the cat's paw, or like the mafia comes and chops your fingers off. Anyway, I'm retarded.
That
Go
sounds
ahead.
like a way better story.
Yo, that would be a pretty cool that would be a pretty cool. Is this like Miyazaki? Am I like the only one who likes anime but dislikes Miyazaki movies? Is that like, am I like?
No, because I don't have a particular fondness for Miyazaki movies too. I definitely don't appreciate them as his fans appreciate them as much as his
Oh,
fans
look, there's
appreciate
Itachi!
them.
Oh snap! Where's
Oh.
Interrogator? Yo, somebody get Interrogator! They
please.
showed him eating the food.
Call the bond.
Yeah.
Summon him.
Oh shit.
Oh, there's your vor. There's your sexuality in food, guys.
No,
That
that's
lasts
not what
right there.
Vor is. Vor is not sexuality in food. Vor is like
You want to get eaten.
Getting
is
turned
vor.
on by
I don't know.
I'm
Maybe we
familiar.
should do we should totally just do an episode on Null, because we're like we've been fetishizing him, or at least I have, for like the past like 5 episodes.
Yeah,
And, like-
you have been fetishizing him. I don't know the guy. I have no idea what he does.
He runs the Kiwi Farms, and he's a feeder. He likes
Hey, look.
he likes feeding. He likes focusing on women gaining weight for some reason.
Wait, Null's a feeder?
He likes to
Null's
feed
a
women
feeder
until they
in the
get...
same way that Drexel is into trance and traps. Like, you know,
So 100%.
basically, yeah.
Did they force feed this tuna or something? Did they have morbidly obese
I mean, like,
tuna?
just look
Kind
at
of
this
chubby
this
tuna?
this
Positive
Twitter
tuna?
profile.
A feeder.
Right then, I said to myself that I need
I
to
like
find
that
some
imagery of
in
the
my life,
tuna,
and
the
that
obese
started
tuna
my
in the
journey
wheelchair.
wanting to eat dishes just
Okay, that
because it
doesn't
was
look
in a
very
movie.
attractive
Yo,
though.
your
Hold on a
mother
second.
took
Let's just pause that real quick, and let's take a look at Twitter. I forgot how many Z's are in there. Yeah, so like, you know, this is
In Twitter?
see, like, if Drexel had a Twitter, this is kind of what it would look like, minus the business boys shit. So yeah, that's what that's all about. Okay.
But business boys is hella attractive.
Huh?
I said, but business boys is hella attractive though.
And whenever you see it, there's always that scene where they lift the noodles up, and it's just.
Well,
I'm just being dumb. Go
What
ahead.
if what if Go Curry used that as their, like, you know, promo instead of Gumi or the Gorilla? What if they just like actually had like animated foods like as their advertisement?
Speaking of Null, he sent that video clip when people were sad about Alan's passing.
Oh,
Yeah, he did. He did.
That was That was his way of cheering people up, and I think it worked.
I think it did.
What
I posted it in
I
the
am
Discord.
a huge fan of posting Amberlyn Reed
Oh.
almost choking on noodles.
Why? Why? Okay, that's like something I'd expect from Null, but like,
Look,
this is
let's
what
be
Null
real.
posted when
Let's
everybody was
be-
sad.
Yeah.
Let's be 110% real here. This is by far the best anime reviewer we've ever shown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Are
agree
you
with
talking about
that,
the fat
but
woman?
I still
Understanding.
don't like watching anime reviewers.
You may not, and that is fully acceptable. But we have to acknowledge the progression here from the garbage, pretending fucking weeaboo that is Aki and all these others.
You don't even remember the
We only
others.
reviewed 2 others. There's only one other
We
one.
reviewed 2 others aside from Aki, and that's
Who
No, we
cares?
reviewed one other.
Doesn't matter.
you know.
It
And
feels like
straight
we've
up,
been
straight
doing
up, I
this
just
for
got an
3
alert
years
that
here.
I just got an alert that Collector is like freaking playing Dragon Quest right now. Like,
Wait, tell him to come the fuck on. Why is he being dragged?
yeah, I bet he's
I
streaming that
think-
shit on Twitch as well, right as we speak.
I think this is the best one we've talked about yet.
I mean,
I really do.
I will agree. I
Truly
will
do.
see that point and say that I agree that he is the best, but it still has not reached the threshold necessary for me to be a fan of it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's in
Oh yeah.
somewhere in Asia, so that maybe bumps him up a little
Sounds like he's in the UK or Australia. I mean, I
He's
can't
in
really
UK.
tell. What?
bit. Is he really?
Yeah.
Where is
He's
he?
in UK.
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 Okay, because the UK
Okay, well
and
that
Australia.
knocks him down a point actually.
Okay. So
Yo, who can identify the ending? That ending.
I'm hungry.
that's
for
from The
noodles.
Bodyguard. That song. The I Will Always Love You. That's from the movie The Bodyguard, which apparently probably Bun probably doesn't know what that is. I'm surprised you know what that is, and I have no idea if Johnson Brown probably knows what it is. I mean, he's been around for a while, so Johnson Brown. Probably
I
knows.
don't know what it is, but I've heard it before.
Okay.
You're talking about the Whitney
Yeah.
Houston song or the
Yeah.
Bake a
The
Pretty
cake one.
song?
Oh, the cake.
The cake one. That's from like that's an internet meme. That's from.
Okay.
If you know, you
So,
know.
does he actually explain this outfit that Astolfo is wearing as if that's an actual outfit from Fate Grand Order, or if that's just a fan art that someone or a shitload of people drew?
Yo, I don't know, man. As much as I love anime, I haven't read that far.
Okay, it's a video game. The Fate Grand Order is a mobile game. The anime Fate Apocrypha, which Astolfo was also in, he does not have that as an alternate costume. So it's either just the fan art or it's in Fate Grand Order, which is too boring to play through. So I'm not gonna find out. So yeah. Let's see. Let's put up the Gigguk versus Ditchy Bro. Why not? Let's
Sure.
bring that up. Like you showed me that
Let's
video,
see
and is this
what
it?
he
Yeah,
has
here.
to say.
And then you said CRX is like it's like some kind of convention, right? Like where they do panels and shit, which is. And then like this is like the this is basically like the anime version of a rap battle as you described it.
This guy
That's
looks
exactly
like one of the goons from Clockwork Orange.
I never saw Clockwork Orange, so or I never read it either. So.
Oh, we're watching the Oh, okay. Yeah, we're watching the showdown between the Jupiter and Gigguk.
Yeah, I guess this
Yeah.
is like the weeb off or whatever.
It's really weird hearing the echo of my voice in this room. By the way, it's like freaking me out. One episode there'll be a joke about the girls getting eaten by a giant frog. And
Why does Jujibro look so weird?
That the main guy.
I think it's because he's wearing these like sunglasses that he's got on. But you know what?
He
You know who
looks
else
so
wears?
skinny.
But you know who else wears glasses that are kind of shaped like that, but like doesn't look weird? Is that guy Thad, the guy who always throws up at restaurants? Like
Mhm.
he is able to pull off the you know very round glasses look and look normal. I guess.
He just looks very skinny, which is weird because I thought he was obese. And not obese, but a little bit chubby.
So are they going to fight each other?
They're gonna do like an anime rap battle without rap, essentially.
This isn't very full, but
Like you know how in anime, you know how in rap battles they kind of diss each other and stuff like that, and they do it to rhymes and music. It's kind of like that, except without the music and without the rhyming.
And then the
that's
loser shoots the winner later on, right?
yeah, I guess. I mean that
I
was
thought that's what happened to what was that popular rapper? Tupac?
well. I mean that was also talked about in the rap song "Get My Gun" by D12, which is a
they're not bringing in new people. Like,
very
there's
funny
probably
song.
better actors who could do it, but they're like, we've got our guys. They work. We sell enough.
Okay,
ways to
so
keep the same people for 20
he's a guest. He's a guest.
And,
This is this. See, it says Crunchyroll, Crunchycron, or whatever, right?
Yeah, that guy in the middle, he's kind of a goofer.
He's a goofer.
Yeah, look at that face.
I mean, like, if let's say you were like, engaging in one of your pastimes of eating at Red Robin, and you had him as a waiter, would that like how would that rate your experience compared to your average experience at Red Robin?
I think it would knock it down at least 2 stars, honestly. I mean, they could still get 3 stars out of 5, but I mean, if I'm trying to take a shit and eat my bottomless fries and I see that guy grinning at me,
Yeah, he's not 110%.
See, so you're in the bathroom and eating your bottomless fries, and then like he's the guy who brings in your refill. It's like does that like make you not want to order more of the bottomless fries? You're like,
I'd probably just. I think it's like a triple flush when you want to request a different waiter.
oh, you had that signal figured out. Oh, that's interesting. You may
Yeah,
have to
like
update.
one flush is just refill.
You may have to update your Yelp request to include that, so that way other people will know. Because
Yeah, that's true. I didn't want to get too verbose, but yeah, it might be a good idea.
yeah,
I probably said that. That's true.
So when are they going to bring out the lolly? Because I know Digibro
wait.
likes to partake.
So I will say though, given my analysis, Gigguk is, or is it just, or is he just Gig and then like he's like UK? It's like because he's in the UK, so he's Gig, but he's from the UK, so it's Gig UK. Is that?
I think it's meant, like, if you say it real fast, it's meant to sound like something else.
I mean, I'd say that like his outfit is more on point than Digibro's is. So just in terms of like your attire game. Oh wait, Digibro is like cosplaying as that guy from Games Done Quick though. I don't know the guy's name, but he's the one who was like really savage to the guy who was just trying to get along with him. You know what I'm talking about?
I really appreciate it if you would stop talking.
Yeah, I forgot like what exactly. He basically said something, and then the other guy was like, "Oh, that's a good joke," and then he didn't laugh. And then there was one guy who just wanted to be friends with them, and he was just kind of blowing them off and being too cool to talk to him, and wearing pajama pants as your pants when you're out there.
Well,
I
I'll
mean,
be honest, I have worn those exact pants in my lifetime, and I feel ashamed for doing so.
were you wearing
Hey,
them
man,
while you were like in your bedroom going to sleep, or were you wearing them while at like a conference, or
You know,
while at a Games Done Quick, where you're on a
At my
couch?
personal house.
Oh, okay.
the biggest similarity is the guy that was being an awkward spurg actually kind of looks like the moderator here.
I think
Yeah,
he's
he's
the
the
moderator.
moderator.
Yeah.
The awkward spurt is the moderator.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
No, that can't be right.
I
This
guarantee you
guy's
it
this
is.
guy can he can speak. He looks goofy, but he can talk fluently.
You know, PewDiePie is a lot shorter than he looks in his normal videos. I don't know how tall he is, but he was a guest on Good Mythical Morning, and compared to like those two guys, he's like really short. Like,
Which is
but
strange because isn't Sweden one of the tallest countries?
yeah, but then again, like those Good Mythical Morning guys are from like the South, and guess like people from the South are like really tall, so I guess it's taller than Swedish people. I guess I don't know.
A few
That's
people,
their
which is one
version
of
of
the most
Africa.
animators. He's a very famous animator.
I don't know.
Probably the most famous animator.
If you don't know him, you've seen his work.
You've definitely seen. He animated the biggest fight scenes from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. What's
They're
another
talking about an
famous
animator
show?
now.
Todoroki versus Deku from My Hero Academia. That big, huge fight.
Yeah.
Yutaka Nakamura.
Why is he sitting next to the Asian fellow?
I don't know. I think it's I think he's being a bad moderator because he's picking sides. By
Literally.
you know, yeah.
I have never been able to enjoy Yutaka Nakamura cuts.
You know,
Since I learned that fact, and that was simply because
I'd say like I've seen several panels of people speaking. Probably the one that I was the most interested in was Danny Chu talking about his dolls that he's building, and basically what he does is he builds these dolls that function as like USB hubs. So he calls it like the smart doll because you could use it to plug in to your computer, so that you could plug in multiple peripherals into one USB slot because it acts like as a hub. Um, but instead of spending like $30 on a USB hub that you would buy from like Best Buy or something like that, like you'd have to pay him like $250 or $300 for one of these dolls.
That's creepy.
Doesn't sound like a good investment.
No.
Yeah, and then like
You know, when you said DAWs, I, the USB hubs was not the first thing that came to mind when you said he makes DAWs.
yeah, he makes like these dolls. They're basically like maybe about like 2 feet, I'm guessing, in length, in height.
Mm,
Yeah, his animation is fucking incredible in that fight.
All right, and then like
Sometimes when I see YouTube
you know,
reviews, what he's describing,
they're wearing
I feel like
clothes and stuff, and then they have like I think they have like a USB port that you could plug into it or something like that.
where in the DAW is this? Are these USB ports located?
I have no idea. I assume the back, like I don't know, it just
Uh,
sticks out of their back or some shit like that. I don't know. Actually, I'm not even sure if that's the case. I think like at one point, like he turned one into a computer. I think by using like one of those like system on the chips. So I
yeah.
guess like you could like shove a Raspberry Pi in there and then like turn it into a computer. Um, but he did say that like one of the problems was heat dissipation. So if you have it running too fast and it generates heat, it's not there's not an easy way to keep it cool in an efficient manner. So there is that. But that was definitely like the most interesting thing that I've encountered, and everything
What?
else is just. I mean, there was this one girl who did a panel on cosplaying on like how to do cosplay, and basically she was saying like, oh, you have to use this or that, and then like someone asked questions like, oh, what if you can't afford like such and such product that she was talking about, and then she said that like you should save money so that you could afford it or something like that. Like I don't know, like and then people were like, wow, what a bitch. Like I don't know what. I think the vast majority of panels are not all that entertaining.
What the fuck, Johnson Brown? What the
What?
fuck? Why did you put a weight obese
What's that?
lady?
Oh, that's the guy.
What's
That's
this?
the guy. Oh, the picture of the guy that was posted here. Oh, that the game's done quick. He's wearing
That o-
She's a guy.
pajama
No,
pants.
no, no. The lady is that's a video clip that Null posted after the news broke that Alan died.
It's not
Who
just
is
Because
that, it's
Ellen?
a lot of stuff.
from the guy from Not for Human Consumption, I believe.
He was another fan of
Alan,
Dick Masterson, and
yeah.
I think he committed
Yo,
suicide at the hotel of where the live show was held this weekend.
At the
Yeah.
hotel?
I think
Like,
so,
I
right?
don't know if it was, I'm not sure if it's there, but I know it was immediately after the show.
No, I
why
thought.
is she gagging on noodles?
So,
Dude, oh, hold on.
look,
Can we just slow down? Because I'm so lost. First, a guy committed suicide in a hotel, but then there's a fat lady gagging on my kid. Can someone please explain?
Well, Noel
alright,
is kind of
so,
like our mother. You know, when something bad happens, your mom knows exactly how to comfort you,
Uh-huh.
even if it's not something you would think of yourself. And
Mhm.
yeah,
so his
exactly.
instinct was to post this video of a obese feeder
Woman.
or an obese eater
Feedy.
choking on her own
She's
slop.
choking
So,
on stop.
Yeah, and
let's
what's
be
funny,
real.
if you're a connoisseur and you look closely, you can see that her makeup is running. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
tears are
been,
coming out of her eyes.
yeah, so this isn't the first time she's choked on this meal.
Well, let me see. Has she been choking on it beforehand, or is she just
No.
starting to choke on it?
No,
Oh
I
no,
think
no.
she's been choking for a while, because you
Yeah, I
can
see
see
some
the
Alan
tear
tears.
streaks
was
are there.
Yeah, there's some tears
Alan
before she started eating.
was
Uh,
to a
I hear
certain
the
extent
sounds of her eating too. It's quite intriguing.
a
Oh,
very
there's a gagging.
important
Wow.
a very important part of the community. And we were all very heartbroken to hear the news that he was gone. And so my idea was that he was waiting for road rage to figure out if life was worth living. And after road rage ended, and he had the best time of his life, he decided that no matter how good it was going to be, that feeling would still permeate through everything. And so he left. And that's rough. And that's hard to accept. So Null posted a clip of a fat, obese woman who has been killing herself for years by shoveling slop down her throat.
On video.
Oh,
And that is exactly what we need as human beings exposed through life.
It's a
I
part of
thought.
the grieving process.
Oh,
Exactly.
to watch videos of big fat women gag on noodles is part of the grieving process here.
Well, it accelerates it. I mean, you can go through
Hmm.
the normal way, but that kind of sucks. This gives immediate comfort.
Uh,
what was your
this
guys'
is how you buy.
opinion of on the Ralph retort when Ethan Ralph was trying to talk about stuff, and then Dame Pesos just plays Gator sound clip of Ethan Ralph, it's me, Gator, who's just like repeatedly, randomly playing that at
I think
the.
it's amazing that Gator was able to say the same thing exactly the same way so many times that it convinced Ralph that it was a voice clip.
Yo, that is just insane. But
I
Is
think
that not the
it is
definition of
further
annoying
proof.
though?
I
that's the
think it
thing,
is
though. You
further
would think
proof.
that that would be annoying, but it ended up making that episode entertaining, wherein it wouldn't have not been entertaining had that not occurred.
No,
I
I
Well,
get it.
think
I get it. It could be done in a tasteful way. I understand. Like it's
see,
like
my
annoying people that you hang out with. They'll repeat the same thing over and over again. But it's they do it in such a way that it surpasses annoying. It's become interesting.
I
my
think
No,
take on
Dame
it.
somehow
it takes on its
surpassed.
own.
I think he surpassed all understanding of that situation. He was saying with that clip what everyone wanted to say without being as obnoxious as Gator was by trying to say, "Oh, I just don't want to drag it out. I just
Wait,
want
hold
to be
up.
your friend.
Hold on
I
a
just
second.
want to help
Relevant
you."
to the video that we've been talking over, Digibro right now is shitting on Sword Art Online without. And he's saying, like, yeah, you might like it because Asuna reminds you of your mom, and then came up with some bullshit. But then he's like, but then again, like, like every criticism I've heard, completely devoid of any like actual content for why it is a bad show. Like I can understand that people will say something is bad, but it's like the way people describe Trump being bad because he's like they call him like a
I think Sword Art Online criticism, for the most part, is equivalent to people who know that they have seen the exact same content presented better in other media, but they are unable to pinpoint where and how. And so they grasp at straws and they just label it as bad. I think that they need to look within and really figure out where that content has been presented to a compelling degree in other media, and then make the case that here's why you should watch something else. Much in the same way that a lot of mecha anime was inspired by Evangelion, you should make the case for why you should watch Eva instead of whatever was inspired by Eva.
Yo, man, I
And
love
I think
Gundam though.
Digibro can't break that.
so basically it's like everybody's saying oh like an anime like what was that one? Gargantia comes out, and then all they do is say Gargantia sucks because it's shit, and the main character is bad. You
Wait,
know,
wait, is Gargantia that anime with that woman eating the noodles?
Gargantia is the anime with like that's about like anarcho-capitalism. That's basically what it is.
Oh,
Why are we?
okay.
Why is there a back reference to woman
I
eating
think
noodles once again?
I think
Well, it
that's a
just
bad
sounds like
example.
if that was given a name, it sounds like that would be the name.
The example
No,
that I'd like to
Gargantia
put
is like
forth,
the name of like the ship fleet or whatever that they live on. So
If there's something
basically,
I learned from our stream so far, it's woman eating noodles.
okay.
I think the main example that I'd like to press forward is imagine someone talking about Goblin Slayer versus Berserk, but they
Okay.
did not know that Berserk is the title of the anime.
Okay.
That's what it
But
comes down to. It
here's the
is
thing. Hold on a second. Digibro shits on what is it called? Sword Art in the manner that you described, where like, you know, most likely he saw something that was better that came out before, but he can't articulate it because he, you know, talk like good or whatever. But he is very, very fond of Goblin Slayer and has talked about how Goblin Slayer is great and all that other shit. When you have pointed out that it was basically Berserk. So my question then is, well, my conclusion then is that it is not the case that you described, where Digibro has seen something that presents the same shit that Sword Art Online does in a better manner, because obviously when you look at the anime Goblin Slayer, which is just Berserk, he's pro Goblin Slayer.
well, I would make the case that having seen pieces of both, no game, no hero, no game, no life, seem to be a more compelling experience
I'm pretty sure you got that name
compared.
hella wrong.
No game,
Yeah,
I
go
no
don't
ahead.
hero,
care.
no life.
I don't care. It seemed to be
Go on.
way
No,
more
I think you
compelling.
left out a few words there. I think you left out words such as academia, and also you probably left out like I don't know something else, like probably some symbols like an exclamation mark, like, or several of
Okay,
them.
listen,
Or
listen.
Boku no hero,
It
no hero,
seemed
no Boku no Academia.
it seemed to be more compelling to me
And also a couple of
than
more European words
whatever
too, like maybe some like German words as well, like shoved in there.
All right,
than
let the man talk. Let the
whatever
man talk.
than whatever that series in particular, Sword Art Online, had to offer to me. And I can say that that is something interesting because I'm pretty sure that that series came out after Sword Art Online.
Yeah,
So
I
you're
like
saying
that he
that
actually fucks his sister.
what's it called? Goblin Slayer is better than Berserk?
I am way
No,
into
no, no.
that, and not enough
Well,
anime do
I'm
that.
saying,
So like the
what
fact
if
that
a
he doesn't do
version
it in the
of
anime, so
Goblin
the
Slayer
anime can
came
defend
out
itself. But like the fact
and
that he
it
even
offered
wants to is
all
really
of
cool.
the
But
pros of
but the show
Berserk,
just doesn't
but
deliver,
with
and like
none
I
of the
think that yeah,
negatives
it's
I
of
cool
have
that this
not.
Berserk?
dude has so much
I
passion
haven't
for drawing a
consumed
12-year-old's
Berserk content,
genitals.
so I have no
I can
idea.
totally
Like,
respect that, and I'm not
all
judging.
I know is I saw like the first like 3 episodes of Goblin Slayer and then was too bored to finish it.
Yeah.
Pacing issues,
But like I think that
continual
the
loops,
over like while this
dead
guy's work is
zones,
great, I see it as the reason the show
bland,
exists
pointless
is a bunch of
character
corporate heads
development.
sit down and they
Well,
say,
all I know is that
yeah,
Digibro
you
did
know,
say that Goblin Slayer
Nemo
is a
was a
deep
really
character
popular
who is
show.
flawed and
I bet we can make a lot of
and is
money off
interesting
of those
because of that.
stupid fucking
And
waifus if we make
like
more
I
of
don't
them.
know. I mean, I
No, we
guess
don't even have to
you
put half
could
the effort
say
into
that.
it. Because
I
while Ore
mean,
no Imoto was actually
I've
well
never
made,
seen Goblin Slayer.
it was not
I don't know.
I'm not saying
well,
it's a great show, but it was
they
well
would
made.
describe it
It had
as
passion
a
put into
soft
it.
isekai
It had
because
some
of the
intrigue
fact
to it.
that
This
it's
is
not
just
someone being
riding the
transported to
coattails of
another world.
Orihimo.
No,
Basically,
Eromanga
using the
Sensei
term
is
in
what
its
happens when, if you
inferior
want to call it
state
the
before
executives,
we've
they looked at Orihimo and they
correctly
said,
applied
how
it
can we
to
take
mean
this a level
a
beyond?
non-complete
And they
analogy.
did.
But it's a level beyond in
That
terms of
sounds like
like
the
now
loosest
the brother
possible
really wants to
term
fuck his sister, but
that
like
you could apply
the
to anything.
actual animation and production
The
and everything
goblins
of
are
it, I feel like it's
refugees, right?
so just
Um,
lazy in comparison. Like
yeah,
they
let's
didn't
talk
put
about something
they
else.
didn't put
So,
the effort into this that
if
they
we look
did
at the
into
way that
Orihimo. They didn't try to
Digibro is holding
Orihimo
onto
was
that
like,
microphone,
we really care about this
you know,
trash. We're gonna make it as good as it can be,
I
and the
I
people
think
who
He
like this
these
will
jerking
feel like
motions that he's
they
doing are
got
a little bit
their money's worth. And like Eromanga is like,
inappropriate for
hey, buy the
YouTube.
Blu-rays if you want to see the
I mean,
I
I
think
fucking
see
the
your
stuff.
point
This
there,
isn't
but
how
look how
anime
he's
production
holding the
works.
microphone
Goes to
compared to
work and
how
say,
the
I think
fruity
this is
Asian's
trash,
holding
so
it.
I'm only gonna put a bit of effort in it.
See how
um
he's
Get
holding
paid
it
Very
like
notable
a
They
wine
don't have to
difference.
glass
say
that I
this is
love.
trash.
or
I
like a
think
cocktail glass.
you
Well,
think it's
Digibro
make
holds it
Eromanga Sensei love
like
what
a
they do?
man.
I
okay.
think that one guy
And
does.
then the
No
moderator
one
kind of
love
takes
what
the
you do.
he's trying to be neutral, so he
Well,
takes the in-between
we
stance.
do know that Digibro is straight. I don't know
explaining
about
how
Gigguk
this one
his
animated that
orientation,
he was
but we do know
assigned
that
as the
Digibro
what's her name
does
character.
The
find
Sagiri anime.
women
Sagiri
attractive
animator.
if they
He was
are
supposed to
below
do
a
all of her
certain
best
age
shots.
in
And
anime.
like,
Wait,
yeah, that guy,
what?
passionate. But they got
So
one
that's
Okay.
guy.
still
If you look at
technically
any
straight.
other shot in the
Um,
entire show, it looks
right?
like fucking shit. It is the
Yeah, I
ugliest
think
show I've
so.
ever seen, aside from his cuts.
Okay,
Because they
Gigguk
didn't
likes
put another animator on there. They put one
I mean,
guy.
I don't
They could
know
have put
really anything
as
females
about.
many
who
animators as they
no,
wanted. The show
Gigguk
made
likes female
tons of money.
anime
They could have put
that
a
stars
like think
female
about a show
who
that
are
makes
directly
nothing.
related to you as a
Made in
sibling.
Abyss is not
Does
a
that
very
make him
popular
straight?
show this
I
season,
don't know. I
surprisingly
mean,
a
I
little
know
bit.
several
But I
gay
think it's
guys
going
who
to
like
sell
anime that
millions
have
of Eromanga
female
Sensei did, and it
characters
has
in it. That
way
doesn't
the
make
fuck
them
more animators
straight.
on it. They could have put that on it, but they didn't.
Having more
No,
animators
as in
doesn't
like
necessarily
etchy
mean better animation.
characters
If
in which
anything,
the
better
female
anime.
character is
I
directly
think
related
more
by
Have you
blood.
seen Made in
I
Abyss?
don't know,
Have you
man.
seen Made in Abyss?
I have
It's
no
better
idea.
than
Abyss is
Gigguk,
amazing,
yes.
by the
I
way.
can't
Watch
tell if
it.
you're memeing
Yeah,
or not.
the first three
I can't
episodes are
handle all this
incredible, and then it
this
becomes
armchair psychologying for
it
free.
just got
I mean,
really
I'm gonna have
slow
to
and the
start charging
animation
money
fell
if I have to
apart.
go any further.
It's not as good. It's not as
I'd
good.
have to give Sword Art Online a 1 out of 5 stars,
It's real
personally.
fucking they're
Okay,
adding
good.
like one chapter an episode, and like
I have to give
it's
reviewers who
I would
review
argue that
Sword
it's
Art
keeping
10 out
the
of 10
same pace.
Oh,
for calling it trash.
They're going to adapt everything they can
Look,
adapt in 12
I
episodes.
watched
Might
Sword
be.
Art
You know what I
Online,
think is
a
happening
little
with Made
bit
in
of it.
Abyss? I think they're afraid
I
to get into
got
the edgy
very
stuff, and so
bored.
they're trying to string out
It's
the early
hard.
part of the manga as far
It's
as they
hard
can.
because
Finish the show before they, because Made in
I
Abyss is
don't
famous for the
generally
fact that
get
the manga
bored
gets
by
really
media,
edgy
but
later. I think they
man,
don't want to adapt that. They're trying to make
I
the
don't know. I
show
I've
get bored
consistent
very
seen
with all
easily. Maybe that's my
audiences,
problem.
and they're going to cut it off at
Well,
episode
my
5
problem
and
was
have
I
it be
went
an
to
ending, and
download
it's going
it
to
and
blow.
install it and log in, and
I
it
completely
was
disagree
just like a
because
video file.
you called it edgy. I haven't read the
Oh
manga
man,
yet,
that
Scar.
sucks. Yo,
That's what I mean.
maybe next time you should get the Steam version.
Should have used
The
VLC.
anime's also toned it down a lot from the manga.
It's not like if it gets dark, you'll be like, "Whoa, this is a complete
I
change."
don't know what we're doing anymore.
Me neither. I think he's got like either a space themed shirt or needs to change the shampoo he uses. Let's look at another video. Actually, how long have we been going? We've been going for an hour. Okay, so yeah, final rating. Gigguk, yeah, I'll give him like a
maximize the time.
I'll give him like a 9, I guess.
People who've read the manga who are
What about
commenting
you?
on
Are
the
you gonna be
videos
a
are
weeaboo
telling me,
now
like,
because
they
Gigguk
could've
convinced you,
easily had
or
two
are you
chapters
gonna
an episode
stay
that read for
obstinate
one,
in
and it's
your
been
position
real
of
slow the last
not being a weeaboo?
I haven't.
I'd have to
Join
give
us
him a
on the dark
4 out
side.
of 10 stars. He gets 5 stars for being mostly Asian, but he doesn't look fully Asian, so that deducts 5. And then he gets 1 star taken off for living in the UK, because no anime reviewer should ever live in the UK.
Okay, good. I'll take it.
What?
So yeah,
What's
Taze,
wait,
you
I
already
gotta
like
hear
him,
this.
so that's good. And
Yeah,
then
I'm biased.
and then that's fine. Bun, your final conclusion.
They're stumbling over themselves, and then you get to
Um,
episode 7, and it's like
given Johnson's
jump and then
very
action lines
convincing
behind them. It's like
argument,
the animation's
I'll
nothing like
have
it
to
was.
drop my
It
score
loses
from a
a lot
9
of
out
the
of 10 to an
impact
8
because
out
of
of
that.
10.
Because episode 1
Oh,
felt
Because
because of
he's
the
in
fine.
the
UK.
UK
Episode 7,
and
which is
Brit
supposed to be
Bongs
terrifying,
cannot be allowed to prosper.
Well, I'd argue.
That being
I don't know if the
said,
camera kept up
he
with
would
me.
not
One of the
convince me
strengths
to
of
be
Made
a
in Abyss
weeaboo, but
wasn't the animation to
he
begin with.
would
It
get
was like
me convinced to
Animation was the
dabble
biggest
a
strength
bit
of the show.
in the esoteric knowledge that is lolly.
I'd argue it was the
And I'm
art.
okay with that.
Yeah, I'd argue
Wait,
it
I
was
That's
like
so
his
all it
editing.
takes.
so
All you need is a little push.
which is interesting because DigiPro is also a big fan of lolly, but yet did not convince you to dabble in said.
Cause his videos suck.
Okay.
Episode 1, you guys are going all the way through all these beautiful
All right,
I'm
guys.
sorry that I didn't want to answer.
If you haven't seen this
Well, and
So-
he's not even
No.
trying to be Asian.
even if the show turns out
Yeah,
to be
Yeah,
garbage,
he's got to
not-
step
he's
it up,
fully
I guess.
black.
I don't know.
beautiful. It
Maybe
looks
that's what
like
he's got to
a
do.
Valkyrie profile or something. Like it's just
So Asian now, being Asian is now prerequisite to be incredible.
No, I think Johnson Brown is just only rating him on how Asian he is / whether or not he lives on the UK.
No, the guy.
I see.
Those are the main
I-
criteria I look for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so A, in order to be credible in your eyes, he has to A, okay, and
No,
B, be
it's not
Asian.
about credibility. It's just about like whether or not you live in the UK and whether or not you are Asian. And like that was the rating.
I don't understand it, but
The
all
rating.
right.
What is there not to understand? It's like how Asian somebody appears to be / whether or not they live in the UK. I mean,
It's like my mother-in-law, she's fully Asian and she lives in Asia, so she's a 10 out of 10 anime reviewer.
You know, maybe the animation is not as good as it was in the first episode, but I think the art.
I get it. I get it.
yeah.
I'm
To another debate.
Ironically, though, she only watches Korean soap operas.
I don't know.
what a
Do I
shame.
have-
She could have been one of us. She could have been a weep.
Should we go to the audience?
I don't know, man. I'm like kind of tempted to just look at like every anime that these people shit on and just like watch those and see if that works out in my favor or not.
Just
I mostly just
well-
watch while I'm at the gym and doing cardio because I need to pass the time. But that is all it is.
Whatever
Yeah.
the goofy guy here is doing, just do the opposite. That moderator,
He's not even sitting in the chair
Yeah.
anymore. Look at him. He's
he isn't. Like, the camera just expelled him off.
Destroys the entire facade of what this panel is. Like the joke.
They had a facade about the panel.
We spent the last 3.5 hours drinking in a bar down there
Well,
and being best pals.
I'm going
So,
to
like,
say that
you're
I've said
completely
all that
ruining the
I could
entire
say.
idea of
Okay,
this
good.
panel
All right,
by
everybody,
talking
we're ending the
about
Okay.
stream
We'll